Hello, everybody. Welcome to IBL Season 2 Draft Recap. I did the draft, I think it finished like last Monday or something. So, Week 1 battles will be up this Sunday. I'm just getting out of watching Good Buddy in the League, Ill Kids Power Rankings video. Not gonna spoil that. Go and watch it. He's new to YouTube. Give him all the support you can. But here we are with my team. You guys can see the thumbnail up right now. I'm just gonna quickly go over the picks in the order I drafted them, and then we will move over to Showdown, and I will talk more in depth. So for OU, we snagged Tapu Lele as the last draft pick. And since I was the wheel, I also got Excadrill at the same time. Then we got Victini. In UU, I got Crobat first. And yes, that is not his mouth. That is in fact a mustache. Then I got Mega Manectric, because I needed a Mega and a Fast Electric. And we got Kyurem, a great dragon. Moving on to RU, I got Cofagrigus up in the up there in the top right. Then in the bottom right, we got Gigalith, and back up to the top right, we had Chestnut. And then for NU, we had Miltank, which I was very excited about. Vaporeon, and the ugliest Pokemon in my draft. Not in this picture, but in the actual game. Alolan Persian. It's a trash Pokemon. Don't let anyone tell you differently. It is ugly as balls. But now we get to the actual this. So we're gonna go over each Pokemon a bit more in depth. This season for the IBL, we unbanned Tapu Lele, Magearna, and Greninja as long as it has Protean and not Battle Bond. Battle Bond is still banned. But that was because, we didn't really see a reason to have them banned. They're good, but they're not insanely good. And, so this original pick in my draft plan was going to be Mega Gardevoir. And then we decided we were unbanning Tapu Lele, and this is the infinitely better version of that Pokemon, so this is what I went with. Strong Psychic Stab in the terrain, strong Fairy Stab, it can have Nature's Madness to have things fucking attack. It's pretty specially bulky with a decent HP stat, so I could run it like that one time, but it's mostly going to be either like choice in some way, or it is in fact one of my Z-Move users. We gotta pick 3 Z-Move users. 2 of them just can use offensive moves. The other one is your Z-Captain, who can use non-offensive Z-Moves and offensive Z-Moves. And Tapu Lele is one of my normal Z-Move users, because that's all it needs, is to click like Z-Psychic, or Z-fucking Moonblast, or something like that. Could go sub-Calm Mind one week, who knows. Like, I got options. Definitely do. Massive 130 special attack set. Not the best, but far from the worst. If I fucking do this, it is somewhere down here. Yeah, right here. Tapu Lele. Right with the fucking... Really? It's tied with Glaceon? That's upsetting. I didn't know it was tied with Glaceon. I'm upset now. We're not doing this anymore. We're not doing this anymore. Screw that. Good coverage with like Energy Ball, Focus Blast, Hidden Power, Shadow Ball and T-Bolt as well. Haven't really looked through these moves too well. Giga Impact, you best believe I am running that one week. Throw somebody off. all around, it's a great Pokemon, and I very much look forward to using it. Next up, we got the boy Excadrill, who I was originally not planning on drafting a Pokemon with Sandstream to go along with it, so this was going to be a very limited pick, but it ended up being a very valuable part of my fantasy core, Fairy, Steel, and Dragon. A very offensive fantasy core, no real defense in it, but that's okay, because I got a Fire, Water, Grass core for that defense. Yeah, we got Excadrill. I didn't put names in here. So this is going to be Elizabeth, because I didn't have anything better for that. And that is supposed to be after the lady from Seven Deadly Sins, the princess. If you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. Then we got Rudolph, because he's got a red nose. Didn't have any better nickname. I'm going to skip you, because I don't have your nickname yet. You are going to be female, and you are going to be Serana. A nice and powerful Skyrim reference. That Dawnguard DLC. Stealing this nickname from... I'm going through nicknames now instead of doing the actual video. I'm sorry. I'll stop after this one. Stealing this nickname from Milkid, though. We got Keemot. That's from some mythology. I'm not sure exactly what. But more importantly, it's from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. The Thunderstaff's upgraded is called the Keemot's Bite. So, kind of skipped over Rudolph here. I went off on a huge tangent for no reason. That's okay. If you have any nickname suggestions for Pokemon that I don't end up nicknaming in this video, by all means, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear them, because I am terrible at coming up with nicknames, as you would know if you watch Reborn. But, yeah, that would, if I didn't get a Sandstream on, that would limit two of its abilities, being Sandrush and Sandforce, and I'd only really be able to run Mold Breaker. Still think I could work with it, but not ideal. But this is also going to be a nice Choice user, potentially, or in the sand, it could be a nice Life Orb user, it could set up Sword Stances. It could be bulky and be a lead Stealth Rock setter. It's not really that bulky. It has a nice HP stat, though, which makes up for it. Powerful Earthquakes, powerful Iron Heads, Stealth Rock, Sword Stance, whatever the hell else I need. Rock Slide to hit them fucking flying types. Yeah, this is a very good, very offensive Steel type to go along with my very specially offensive Fairy type. Next up, we got Victini, who is going to be benefiting off of that Psychic Terrain, because it's a Psychic type. It's one of my only dual type, like, double up on typings, and that was because of the Psychic Terrain. I could get away with it. It's base 100 across the board. You know I like these. I got Jirachi Season 1. If you follow the MPBL, I got 2 of them there with Mew and Manaphy. I like the base 100s. Typically, it's run as more of a physical Pokemon, but can easily be run as special. But it's a fire type that cannot be... Or, no. It's a physical attacker that cannot be burned, because it is a fire type. That's what I meant to say. Which is amazing. Great to have. Very much looking forward to using it. Yeah, I don't really know where else I'm going to go with this. It's insane. Again, if you follow the NPBL, you know I like to use Final Gambit Staraptor. And this Pokemon also gets Final Gambit, so I am looking forward to it. Yeah, crazy moveset, because it's one of the Pixies, the base 100s. Expect me to Scarf it 9 times out of 10 with, like, U-Turn and V-Create. Like, I love this Pokemon. I love looking at it. It's fucking amazing. Gonna move on to my more speedy Pokemon. The Crobat Serana. I believe Crobat and Mega Manectric are my 2 fastest, but because Mega Manectric can't hold an item, it can be outsped by Choice Scarfers, whereas if I decided to Choice Scarf Crobat for some reason, it is most likely going to be the fastest Pokemon on the field. So, It's very fast, can be physically or specially offensive. Its moveset leans more towards special, but its stats lean more towards physical. It can also be bulky. It's not the best defenses or HP, but it's not bad, and it gets a good enough move pool to back it up with things like Defog, Roost, Haze, thinking of words, Super Fang. It gets Toxic, obviously. Most Pokemon do. Yeah, it's a very, very nice pick overall. It can do a lot of things. It'll surprise some people some weeks. Can run a lot of items. Infiltrator, fuck a substitute. Does not matter. So, yeah, very excited to use this Pokemon. Very, very excited. You don't even know. I was staring at it the entire time during Season 1. I believe Spike had it. And, in my opinion, he did not make the best use out of it. I could be wrong about who had it, though. I'm gonna check that. Why is someone adding me on Discord? You guys can't see this, can you? You can't. Okay. I'm just gonna ignore this. And go to the NPBL docs. Look at the Season 1 doc. And see what we got here. Who had Crobat? It's taking forever to load. I apologize. Gonna keep talking about Crobat a little bit. Like I said, it's very versatile, and I'm very glad I have it. Spike, my good buddy, did have Crobat, and I do not believe he used it to its fullest potential. It's a very good Pokemon. So I'm looking forward to showing him how to use it. Not really. He knows how to use it. He was just not playing well Season 1. I get it. He's gonna pick up Season 2. Trust me on that. He's gonna get fucking great wins. He's not going to beat me, though. We battle week 3. Our schedule's already determined. We battle week 3. Next up, we got Mega Manectric. Great, mega, powerful special attacker with base 135 in both its special attack and speed. If my opponent does not have a ground type or has a bad ground type, it is free Volt Switches. It has Hidden Power Ice to deal with those ground types as well. Could be cheeky and run Ice Fang sometimes to surprise someone. Gets Flamethrower. It's very much like 1 or 2 sets that this thing can run, but those sets do so well. It has Thunder Wave for some speed control. I'm very excited to use this thing. Next up, we got Kyurem, who, in the words of IsleKid, who you guys should go check out his power ranking video, the most underrated dragon type in both his and my opinion, or at least one of the most. It's a big ass fucking chicken. It's ugly as hell, but it does some pretty great things. It has base 130 in both offensive stats, 125 HP, 95 speed isn't great, but nice for Choice Scarfs. And its defenses are pretty damn good, coupled with its HP stat. This thing can do a lot. It is a very nice choice user, Scarf or Specs. A lot of my higher tier picks are very good choice users because they're my more offensive picks. But it gets Roost coupled with its HP and defensive stats. It can fucking take hits. It can be bulky with, like, Roost, Toxic, stuff like that. It can be incredibly offensive with fucking Ice Beam, Draco Meteor, Earth Power. Got Iron Head to hit those fairy types with. All around, solid Pokemon. Very much looking forward to using it. Again, it's one of those that I haven't used often, but I know how good it can be. I'm very excited to use it. Same with, like, Excadrill and Victini. I've used them a few times, but not often. Next up, we have Kfagragus, who you will all remember from Season 1. One of my favorite walls of that season. Very nice defense stat. Like, very nice. Poor HP, but that works with its Pain Split ability. Or, not ability, its move, Pain Split. A very nice special defense can be defensive on either side, or both sides if you really want it to be. Nice leftover user, nice Slumberry holder. Just, it's a wall, that's what it does. Can change an opponent's ability if it makes contact with me. Very good with certain Pokemon. Like a huge power fucking anything makes contact with me and loses huge power until it swaps out. So that allows me to get a free swap, pretty much. A knockoff user, which is great. I don't think I have very many of those up top. I know Crobat gets it. I believe Excadrill gets it. Does Crobat not get it? I could have sworn you got it. God damn. I'm a stupid. You don't either. Wow, I don't have any knockoff users up here then. Damn. Is Cfagrigus my only knockoff user? I think it is. Nope, Alolan Persian is too. We'll get to that in a second though. Great Pokemon. Willow Hex, Toxic Hex. It has Toxic Spikes. It does some pretty great things. Sadly, most people have a grounded poison type in the league, and will probably bring it against me, but Tapu Lele can typically handle those, so I'm not terribly worried. And Cfagrigus can very nicely set up Toxic Spikes and stuff like that. And one layer Toxic Spikes is very good in my opinion. Very, very good. We're gonna move on. My RU picks are all very physically defensive, but that's okay. Like, I'm not gonna say too much about the Ill Kids video, but I did watch it, and that is influencing what I'm saying now, obviously. Gigalith is just like a very much more offensive version of Cfagrigus. It has a lower special defense stat, but it gets boosted by Sandstream because it's a rock type. Terribly slow, very good defense, much better HP than Cfagrigus, and this is mostly going to be a Stealth Rock setter. Click. Does it get Gyro Ball? It should if it doesn't. I don't think it does though. It does not. Well, click Heavy Slam, click Iron Head, things like that. Click Earthquake. Click a rock type move that will miss every time. Click things like Superpower, Toxic. I'm going to run Autotomize and outspeed something. You be ready for it. That's all I really have to say about Gigalith. I mainly got it for Sandstream to help out Excadrill. I'm not terribly good at using weather, so this is probably gonna just slam on my face, and I'm gonna end up killing some of my own Pokemon with Sandstream instead of benefiting from it. But we'll get around to that later on. Lastly in RU, we have the boy Chestnut, who, again, very similar stats. Lower special defense than both Gigalith and Cfagrigus, and doesn't get a boost from anything unless I want to run Sulfest. Also lower defense stat, but better speed, better HP, better, or kind of middle attack stat between the two. But this is mostly going to be a Spike Setter, a Leech Seed. It's a Ground Resist, which my team is relatively ground weak. I got Excadrill that's weak, I have Victini that's weak, I have Manectric that's weak, Gigalith that's weak, and then I got Chestnut and Vaporeon and Crobat that can eat those ground type hits. Crobat can't really eat them too well if it's like 1,000 arrows, but only 2 people got a Zygarde. One of them I'm worried about, because he is going to be out for blood still. I beat him. I was the only one who beat him Season 1. The other one I'm not very worried about. That's just Mason, and I already said he's not beating me, so I'm not worried. Not that I'm undermining Mason or anything. I said he's not beating me, so he's not going to. It's just how things work, right? But we got the Seed Bomb, Spiky Shield, Drain Punch, Power Up Punch, Hammer Arm. Nice stab moves. It got Iron Head to hit fairy types with. Earthquake. It has Dragon Claw for some reason. Probably never gonna use it. Hone Claw is nice. It has Pain Split, but a really solid HP stat, so I'm probably not gonna click it very often. Shadow Claw to hit some ghost types with. Super Fang to guarantee do half. Thunder Punch to hit some water types with. Synthesis for recovery. All in all, a very good Pokemon. Swords Dance, sweep some things. I believe it gets Belly Drum as well. It does right there. We got that Belly Drum. But that's enough for RU. We are now going to move on to my favorite tier, or at least my first two picks are my favorites. We got NU. And we got Miltank. And I was so happy I got this thing. This thing is insane. Good HP stat. Nice special defense stat. Not great. A good defense stat. Incredible speed for a bulky Pokemon. A good attack stat. Just slap a leftovers on this thing. Give it Milk Drink. Give it Heal Bell. Give it Stealth Rocks. Toxic. Thunder Wave. Body Slam. Whatever you want to give it. This thing is paralyzing things with Body Slam. Not getting toxic because of Heal Bell. And it is just drinking up that milk and staying at full health. It's got Scrappy, so it can hit ghost types and still paralyze everything. It's got Thick Fat. Very nice. If I'm struggling dealing with a fire type or an ice type, this becomes my switch in. And Sap Sipper if I'm struggling to deal with the grass type. Or if I just want something to not get leech seeded, I have Chestnut for that, but I also got this. Very confident in using it. I think I can do pretty well with this Pokemon. I'm very much excited to use it. I forgot to discuss who my other Z-Move user was. That was Victini. Just complete sidetrack. Victini is one of my Z-Move users. So, base 100, hard-hitting, any type of attack, physical, special, doesn't matter. Something's probably dying. Moving on, we have Vaporeon, who Wish, Protect, Heal Bell. I got my two clerics right here. They heal themselves, they heal everything else. They're very nice. You can eliminate stat changes with Haze, you can use Roar, Skull to burn things. It's just a very, very nice Pokemon. Very, very glad to have it. It didn't get much use Season 1 because I had Empoleon, but that's changing. So, last, definitely least in my opinion, I was convinced to get this because I didn't have a Dark type, and I was salty that Mason stole Scrafty from me. And Ilkid stole Incineroar from me, but he was pick 1 in NU, he was guaranteed getting it. So, I wasn't too mad about that. He told me he was taking it from me before the draft even fucking started. So, upsetment, but not really. This was actually recommended to me by Ilkid, because, it is actually my, Z captain, so it can use non-offensive Z moves, and it gets a little move called Parting Shot. And what Z Parting Shot does is it lowers the target's attack and special attack and switches you out, just like normal Parting Shot, but then it heals whatever comes back in. So, say something's giving me problems, it's sweeping me or something like that, and Alolan Persian outspeeds it. I send Alolan Persian out, I click Z Parting Shot, lower its offensive stats so it's not hitting as hard, and then swap into something that hits hard of my own, like Victini or Lele that was injured. They're most likely going to eat that hit because, they're at full health and the opponent has lowered offensive stats. And then they're most likely gonna take care of it. So, very, very interesting. Didn't know it really did that. It also is a nice fake out user, and Showdown's glitching. That's okay. More of a special attacker than a physical one, but can be physical with like Night Slash, or special with Dark Pulse and Power Gem and stuff like that. Gets U-turn if I don't want to click Parting Shot every time. Nice switch initiative. Hate this thing's design, but that's okay. That's okay. I can get over that. That's my last pick. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to check out ILKid's videos. He's done his own draft recap and that power rankings video. Again, I'm not going to spoil it. Just go check it out. I'm known for spoiling my own battles. I'm not going to spoil someone else's video. Also go check out Shy, because he is also doing Season 2 of the IBL. He did Season 1. He's still doing Season 2. He's the reason I'm doing either season, and the reason why ILKid is doing Season 2 now. So go check him out. He is a great, great man. Deserves all of your support. So yeah. Quick little thing. Sorry about Reborn. I'll update that schedule, because this is going to take the Saturday and Sunday slot again, just like IBL Season 1 did. But that'll be the end of this, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.